Today is day 106 of Building Loopy to $10,000 MRR. I started this project on April 8th, and I wanted to give a little update on what's been happening recently. So this is going to be a different type of video. It's going to be longer, but I'm going to talk about what are things that are top of mind right now, any daily updates that might be helpful for other founders building their own startup, and yeah, so let's get into it. Recently, we've been very focused on trying to get as much feedback as possible from the market and getting people to actually test more rigorously the tool and figure out where are the breaking points and where do they find the most things that are most helpful, and where they would pay the most money for. And so we're thinking about the long term, which is not how do we just get our next customer, which is something we're obviously focused on, but the more important meta thing, which is going to be, are we solving the right problem for the right people? And I think of Jeff Bezos a lot when he talked about Amazon, about all the things. I think he was asked, what are all the things that you expect to change about Amazon or the market, about your customers, right? And he said, instead of thinking what will change, because you can't really predict that, try to predict what customers will always want the same of, right? So for Amazon, it would be, I think customers will always want a deal, a cheaper price. And I think customers of Amazon would always want their products to be delivered to them faster rather than later, right? And so that is all the things that they are optimizing for. And for us, it's like the solution is probably always going to change, right? But for our discovery is what we're trying to find out is what are the things that are not going to change. And that only comes from the people who are paying for the product, or people who are in the industry or experts in the industry. Like we've talked to like C-suite executives of, some unicorn companies, some really, really big companies, but also agency owners, right? It's people who are actually in the operations every single day who are running these ads. And if you don't know, Loopy automates ads on Meta. And so these are the right people we should be talking to. And so we're getting a much better direction and much better feedback of who should we optimize for? What are the first principles things that will always be true? And I think if we over-index on that thesis, on that belief, that based off the hundreds and thousands of people we've been talking to, this majority of people say this thing is true, then it makes it really hard for us to get it wrong. And I think based off that makes the solution much more malleable and flexible in terms of the solutions will always change. With AI, shit's always gonna happen. And so how do we keep the things that will always stay the same? How do we be the best at that? Because other people will chase the other stuff, right? So that is what is top of mind. We're getting reaching out to a lot of people, getting their feedback and getting them on the platform, using it, paying for it. And that is what is top of mind on day 106. And I'm very happy about the progress right now. We just did a new landing page refresh as well. I think it's looking amazing. This is probably V10 of our product. Like V15, V20. And I can finally say that I am content about where the product is. And I'm really looking forward to what is going to happen in the near future. Because I think it's going to be great. So, all right, thanks.